Hello everyone, the December Review here, back again with a TV show review. Today, Star Wars is back with the long-awaited series Andor. The first 3 episodes are available on Disney+. Minor spoilers are ahead. Let's check it out. Before we begin, big shout out to my buddy Will for this excellent December review mug. This thing is super cool. Appreciate it. Back in 2016, the Star Wars universe was knee-deep in its now Walt Disney ownership, as the mouse was full steam ahead on its newly acquired franchise rights to the George Lucas space opera. The resulting barrage of movie-making would result in 5 new Star Wars films in a 5-year span. There was, of course, the continuation of the now classified Skywalker saga with episodes 7 through 9, finishing off the 40-year run of legacy storylines, and unfortunately for Disney, diminishing returns at the box office. There was Solo, the Han Solo prequel, which brought with it an in-production director change and, as reported, the first financial loss the series had seen. But in that 2016 timeframe, Rogue One was released, introducing us to the team that stole the Death Star plans. The film was a smash hit, totaling over $1 billion at the global box office, and was regarded by fans and critics as the best Star Wars movie since the original trilogy. So with Disney taking an extended motion picture break with its property, the universe has taken over in episodic form. With 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, 1 so far for Boba Fett, and the recently released limited return of the great Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's Rogue One's time to shine again with Andor. Going back in time again, Andor is a prequel to Rogue One, which in itself is a prequel to Episode 1. So we know how the story ends, and now we get to see how it begins. With 3 episodes released, I am happy to say that the Rogue One streak continues as the gold standard for Star Wars in this current form. Andor takes place 5 years before the events of Rogue One, and he's once again played by Diego Luna. We open up as he makes his way to a local establishment in a low-key investigation looking for his sister. He runs into a pair of Pre-Mor officers who try to shake him down for some credits. A scuffle ensues, which leaves the pair rendered out of date, and Andor is now on the run from the law. If I've had a gripe with The Mandalorian and the Fett TV shows, it's that sameness factor we've been getting from these small screen runs. For decades, a new Star Wars adventure would bring excitement and spectacle, and usually it delivered. Lately, though, the second half of Kenobi excluded, it all just seems a bit plain and cheap. Thankfully, with Andor, that Star Wars vibe is back and on track, and it's delivering an engrossing story. Plot-wise, there isn't too much to mention yet outside of the setup, but the show has done a great job introducing a few of its key characters and showing us the world they inhabit, along with a few very emotional moments along the way. There is plenty of tension throughout so far, as it's mostly dealt with the after effects of that evening gone wrong. A team of officers are on the trail of Andor, putting the pieces together before Episode 3 showcases a rather impressive standoff. And like Rogue One, this series gets to have its own world to occupy without the Star Wars brand painting every corner of the screen, reminding you that this is a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Sure, there are plenty of familiar aspects like the speeder bike and a new android named B2EMO, which is an excellent addition to the droid family. Hats off to the creative team for its inclusion. And very importantly, it also feels like a movie, and not filmed on a soundstage somewhere unlike some episodes of the other series. This so far has some weight behind it, and a meaningful story to tell. It also has the unfortunate continuation of some flashback scenes. In Boba Fett, it was predictable and a bit redundant how often the series went into the tank to cut to a flashback. With Andor, we see him and his tribe before being rescued off his home planet, and how the Empire seeds were sown early on. And unlike Fett, here these moments are as entertaining as the main story, helping to paint the broader character that is Cassian and his family. And the score here is also exceptional. So far there isn't much of the grand and lavish John Williams-esque arrangements. Instead, it's more of a driving backdrop that adds to that heightened tension running through its narrative. We know by the trailer that the story will eventually find its way to the Senate, And with its first 3 episodes down, I have no fear that the rest of the series will deliver even more in terms of what it all means for Star Wars. There are 12 episodes in Season 1, with another 12 right around the corner for Season 2. The series will eventually separate its shows out into 3 block arcs that will culminate into the beginning of Rogue One. Yes, this thing is planned out and ready to go, and as the first 3 episodes have shown, it should be a rather great Star Wars adventure. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel for more.